Hello, Nancy. I guess you logged off for a second. Just you and me. Oh, two people now. Two people. Hey, Elias and Nancy. Someone else has just arrived. Who else is here? Don't be shy, don't be shy. Only two people, so the third person didn't want to stick around. My goodness. It's Tuesday, people should know. Tsp Tuesday, what's wrong? Just saw a job interview. Good luck, Alias. So where's everybody else, guys? Where? I guess we're gonna have to wrap this show up already. Jasper's here. Okay, now I'm starting to feel a little bit reassured. I'm gonna keep with the music. We're gonna go to the very end of the tune. See who else shows up. 4 people now. 4. All right. Believe it or not, I'm actually kind of driving away my seat to this tune. What do you think? You like this music, guys? 3, so the 4th person left. Hey Nancy, hey Jasper. So we've got more thumbs up than viewers right now. Oh, here's the 4th person back. Rocking on a Tuesday with nobody here but me and Nancy. Freestyle on a Tuesday, Alias and Jasper too. Got nowhere to go, nowhere to see, nowhere to be. It's just Danny and Jasper and me. I'm not very good at singing, as you can see. But come on and stay tuned to Tsp, yeah. Just freestyling on a Tuesday. If you listen to this in retrospect, tell me how I'm doing. Meaning Beavers just showed up, the party's just starting. Tsp's freestyling, yo. Please somebody let me know how my little singing's going. I'm just making this up as I go along, just like everything in life. Meanie, Danny, go and tell the other mods what's going on. What's up with these people? I'm loving this music. What about you guys? Come on, join me, Tsp. We're gonna hang out on a Tuesday night. Alias loves singing. Just the things is good as well, so that's real swell. If he doesn't drink enough, he goes to hell. His body needs liquor too. Anyway, guys, that's nearly 5 minutes of Soul Sugar. That was a track called Rollin'. It's one of those kind of tunes you never, ever want to end. So let's make do with the 4 of you that are here. Although we do got five thumbs up. 5 thumbs up, even though only 4 people are watching. It's not like you guys don't know. It's Tsp Tuesdays, right? Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Maybe I should get some auto-tune app or something for the next time. Funny enough, it was from Freestyle Records also, so freestyle into the freestyle. Awesome, awesome. Let me get your comments up so that make life a little bit easier for me. You should know this drill by now. Come on, guys, it's not the first time. We've been through this. So we've got 5 in the house. Jasper, Alias, Nancy, Danny, and Meanie. Okie dokie. Meanie, something was going on with you. Didn't you leave a message or something the other day? I can't remember. Yay for TSP Tuesdays. Well, almost every day is a TSP Tuesday since the pandemic, Alias. But, you would like to think that the regular offenders, and they know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the Gusset girls, but they're usually, the regulars that should be here by now. But people don't get the messages. I can't remember who it was. ATN, I think it was, said he had to really, really fish to find my live feed. So, you know how it is. It usually takes a little. Knock knock. Well. There's Chris, Mr. Maiden Montana McIntyre. And where's your good lady this evening, Mr. Chris? She didn't get the memo. But glad you're here. So we were just saying it does sometimes take a little while for the regulars to roll in, and we got those that like to make an entrance a little bit later on in the proceedings usually. So it's another day in pandemic paradise, guys. What have you been doing to beat the boredom, beat the blues? Anything? Nothing? It's been another one of those sort of stop-start kind of days. Yesterday was a little bit stop-start. There she is, the better half, Maida Montana and Chris McIntyre, the double act from Montana. Taking a bath before dinner. Why don't you take dinner in the bath? Why not? So guys, and we do know that Mr. Montana's here as well, but just think right now there's a good chance that Maida Montana's hot, wet, soapy and naked. Anyway, moving on. Test was negative. That was right, I remember. But the doctor said I might be to be tested again. Today was supposed to be my last day of quarantine. So that's good to hear. We're glad that you're negative on that, Meanie. I do know that Judy Bell isn't feeling too good. She wasn't feeling too good yesterday. She's also not feeling too good today, so it's unlikely we'll see her. So thoughts and wishes, of course, going out to her if she is listening in the background or someone wants to let her know. That's albeit, but we are thinking of her. Baby Pamplin might be out and about working, lurking. She might not even woke up today. I don't know. She might be having a day. Sometimes you need. It was another one of those days that I kind of just wanted to pull the covers over my head and stay there and not emerge for a day or two. Apparently tomorrow we're going to get some sunshine and we are going to get some double-digit figures temperature-wise for the remainder of the week. So who knows? We might get out, do a little bit of exercise, get a walkabout video in. Not guaranteed, but it would be nice to get out. I did go and pick up a couple of bags of chips and smokes at the grocery store, along with some nighttime medication. Make sure I get some sleep. So that was the only time I've kind of really been out for a few days. I can't even remember the last walkabout I did. But anyway, that was that. So maybe the walls are starting to close in a little bit. The gloom and grey skies outside, they don't really exactly do an awful lot to lift spirit. But there was a good pan bang today. It looks like we've got 9 people watching now. Dios mio, what's going on? Will we possibly get into the double digits? It's Random Sandy. Hello, you're back for the 3rd time, Random Sandy. Coming a little bit irregular. There, so glad to. I still don't get your email about your prepper baby. But the pan bang, yeah, today there was a much larger. It's because I wasn't filming. You remember yesterday we tried to go live and catch a little bit of the pan bang, and for about 15 seconds, a couple of people, Roger included, my roommate, and even I banged my little coffee pot for a couple of seconds, but nobody really sort of come out. But today there was a lot more response. I might be able to play you the video. It was only short. I didn't really bother to upload it to YouTube. It's like 29 seconds long. There she is. Heidi's here. So as we said, guys, it does take a little bit of a time before the regular offenders all arrive. And that's a little bit unfortunate because some reason now it's telling me I can't cast to my... Oh, yes, I can. There we go. So yeah, it's been one of those days. Didn't really want to kind of do anything, and you crawled out of bed and kind of sat there and drank a cup of coffee, smoked spliff, drank a cup of coffee, smoked spliff, and that kind of went on for a little while. And here we are, 8 o'clock already. As the days do seem to be just vanishing at an alarming rate. I mean, goodness gracious, I've had like Saturday night shifts that have lasted longer than these 2 weeks I've been off. Just over 2 weeks now, actually, since they shut down the bars and restaurants here in Toronto. So it is, send the email. I'll go and check it. Okay, I'll go and double check random Sandy. It might be in the spam or something. Sometimes it does. Alias is making dinner, and it's noisy in here, so I'm going to blast TSP through the speaker. That's good. I sometimes do, like kind of. It's still. Don't get me wrong. It still does kind of overwhelm me a little bit that people actually do kind of tune in and listen to this, and hang on my every word, so to speak. And I often sort of wonder, how do you guys watching with your phone, with your headphones on, you're watching on your laptop, or a little bit like me, you can cast to the TV screen. But being the thought of blasted through the speaker, that's something I never kind of anyway, what am I trying to say? I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. I hope so anyway, at least. But just the thought of people playing me through their loudspeaker, as opposed to like Metallica or I don't know, maybe Run DMC perhaps. It just seems a little bit, really? People would choose to listen to this voluntarily. Still, as I say, overwhelming. I don't know if you can kind of guess where I'm coming from. It's saying we've got 11 folks now. So, yeah, there you go. It does take a little while before folk realize what is going on. Water Cronkite. That's good to hear, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. I kind of think I know who he is. Hello, Maryland. Marijuana. So now it's saying we got 9 people. I don't know what's going on. The numbers are going up and down. Yeah, I was going to say, yes, healthy be as healthy can be. And then I went and coughed, but I can assure you it's kind of probably more of a smoking things. I've put you through the car stereo. My goodness, that's kind of another one. Like I can just see sort of Maiden driving along there in a little, I don't know what car she would be driving, but just like weird. I don't know. As I said, I can't kind of comprehend it sometimes, but I'm glad to hear. It's better than not putting me through the car stereo, I guess. But that is interesting. Now, it's one of those kind of things as well. Like I can sort of start feeling a few strains of people. You've kind of been watching the news feed. Kind of at first it's all, hey guys, this is great, oh look at me, and now you're kind of, I'm sick of this, I want this, and again, I really believe this is part of the simulation, and people are starting to feel a little bit stir crazy. Maybe that's why every night it's 7:30 here in my neighborhood, everyone goes out, well, not everyone, but a few people go out, bang some pots and pans and screams and shouts for a couple of minutes. But today it was a Ford Explorer. Oh my god, I think my baby mama had a Ford Explorer. And do you go to trips to Mackie D's, or do you go to trips to McDonald's, Maiden? Is it Mackie D's or McDonald's? This could be, I'm trying to see if there's a pattern or not. It's is bothersome, but it beats dying of coof. Again, I'm still on the side that I don't really believe that there are as many people that are dying from this as they say they are, and it is just one very large psychological operative false flag event, social program, take away our freedoms without actually taking them, like kind of we voluntarily ask for them, and the problem reaction solution is for sure part and parcel at play here. But that's it. Sometimes we do get in here tonight or to these live shows just to kind of get away from all that shit, and I think that's probably what the plan for tonight is gonna be. And we're gonna live a little bit of this is the new talk radio. Yeah, well, I do have the face for radio, it's been said, Chris. So That's interesting. But you know, I'm trying to kind of make the most of it. I've been wanting some time off work. This is, you know, goodness, I've followed kind of the New World Order conspiracy for some years, since the early 90s. And it was, I think I've told this story many times before, but there was a sister. My town was used as a private project, and there was this thing called Mondex, and their catchphrase or logo was Mondex is cash, cash is Mondex, and basically it's your chip and pin. What you do is you take money to the Mondex shop, and you give them £100, and then pay them like £7 for administration, and they would put it on a card for you, and then you could take this card in my town. You could use it to buy things. Kind of a little bit before debit cards and credit cards, people still had checkbooks. But it was during the opening of this Mondex pilot project in my town that some kind of anarchists, anti-globalists turned up, and this particular individual handed me a book and a VHS cassette, which kind of basically told the book was all about kind of the New World Order agenda. Mentioned Alistair Pike and such forth, and how the House of Illuminati and all was kind of built and formed, and their plan was to become a one world government. Now, there's been a three-phase, and it was sort of a three-phase plan. What I believe this is now is the start of phase 3, and we are in the stage of endgame, which is towards the singular world government, totalitarian, cashless society, one sex, one religion, one bank, one corporation, which gives us everything and all that we need. And what I'm seeing between the COVID shit is what's going on here. Just when I went out a second ago, and I didn't go far, I just went to the local convenience store, but there were two businesses within just a very short space of each other that are no longer open is the hours that they would, but they're no longer taking cash. Sign on the door, we're no longer taking cash. This is the cashless society. We've already been told that there can be no public gatherings of more than 4 or 5 people in some places. This has removed your right of freedom of assembly. You've been told to stay at home, right? Stay at home. This is from something that kills has a less than 1% mortality rate. We're shutting down the world and being told we have to shelter in place in our homes, not go out. And if we see our neighbours coughing, sneezing, or being out longer than they should, we should report them. This is what they want. This is how they want us to act. This is what they want us to behave. They want us to be, submissive and obedient to them, while, willing to rat out our neighbours for an extra Soylent Green wafer at the end of the day. And this is what I'm seeing, the cashless society. People having to wait in line up outside of grocery stores for things that were once commonly and readily available. The prices of hand sanitizer now is like, it costs like aftershave or perfume prices. It's ridiculously expensive all of a sudden. And there's been a lot of earthquakes and some tornadoes and things going on, and even like there's a day that we were looking at the wind outside, I think, on one of the videos. I can't remember what it was, but it was a very windy day. Trees were bending over and stuff. But that's kind of what I believe is the end game, Maryland, that they are leading us towards a one world government, and they always needed, just like the events of 9/11 radically changed and amended the ways that Americans live and the way America was run, and introduced the unpatriotic Patriot Act. I believe that this is all part of the stage and plan to bring in something like the Pandemic Act, and that will be designed to keep us safe, but really and truly what it will do is just a way to remove freedoms and give powers of more surveillance. So we have to keep you safe. You have to make sure you're not out more than 3 times a day, and even a little bit of like in the neighborhood, this coming out at 7:30. Once that might be something you have to do. Every day you must go out and pledge allegiance to the president or something like this. So I don't know if that is making any sense. What's up, Cali Ninja? Glad to have you here. Christina P, did you just arrive as well? Nice to see you. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to be the end game. We are going to start seeing some kind of introduction of a global governing body. Maybe not in the initial future, but this global governing body, maybe like the UN or the World Health Organization, one of these two, or maybe they merge an alliance in order to between the UN and the World Health, we're going to keep you all safe from pandemics, future pandemics, and all those types of things. I'm getting weed in a couple of days. Yay! You don't got any at the moment, Christina. That's not good to know. If you do, everybody coming. Kenley's here. What's up, sexy Kenley? Glad to see you here, my little sunflower sunshine. My weed guy was out, so he's getting more, so I can get some. Okie dokie. Where you at, Christina? You're not in Canada, are you? Are you still black marketing it? But again, people are going to soon start running out of such things like this, and already I've heard from a couple of people that are down in Louisiana, certain substances are becoming almost impossible to find. And that's not from New Nancy. I was actually talking to my ex from Louisiana today for some reason. She popped up on my messages. They will give the CDC, FEMA, PUAWA, exactly these governmental agencies. What do you think the FEMA was made? They're kind of like the secret government, and if they need to take control of a crisis, they supersede the government, I believe. When it comes down to like jurisdictions and stuff like that. There she is, baby baby. She's lurking tonight. She's so sorry she can't make it, but we're gonna be alright in her pocket tonight. Baby P doing the rounds in her VIPs. I don't know what her VIPs are. Very important panties. I don't know. Do you remember last night I did give Becky P a good virtual seeing to on the kitchen table? She was yes, and in capitals and banging the table. So there we are. She's lurking, and got her little smiley face. We haven't seen Owl Mal for a few days. I did want to show her the amendments to Rubber Owl Mal that I've made, and maybe we could add some more to her at some point. I really should try and get a bicycle pump and blow up thing. I'm blessed to be able to work from home. It just gets lame, never leaving. Well, I did say, and I've joked before, that those of us have had the misfortune of possibly being a little bit of incarceration time. This isn't really so bad, and I haven't really had time off work in many this is the longest I've had off in a long time since I got blowed up. Christina's bored. I made a TikTok, and there's a lot of, and this is the other kind of thing that I'm sort of seeing now, how the mind control is starting to come at play. Like, be like Darth Vader, wear a mask, do as you're told, self-isolate, in social distance. And memes are a tool of propaganda. We've spoken about this before, and it's the memes that are giving most people their information in how to cope and deal with these things, just like all these little challenges. Hey, tell 40 things about you that you've never told anyone before, and that way our data collecting AI robots can run that through our algorithms to predict how you're going to behave next to the next part of our pandemic scam. The C19 comment at the end of April. Yes, the comment. I mentioned comments, the comment video. I made a couple before Christmas, not on my channel anymore. In the C19, COVID-19, and now C19 comment is coming. Is that what the name of the comment actually is? That they've named the comment C19, or is it just coming in the C19 like pandemic time? it was ready to go. It was, I told, like, Chris, you weren't here when we watched together the Wednesday night that Trump announced it was a global pandemic. And I said there and then that all of this was ready and waiting to go. They had it all in place, just waiting to implicate it when the time was right. The advertisement, it wasn't necessarily advertisement, it was the fact that they had these coronavirus trackers websites that you could, like, that you're now using to track this on all the mainstream media. Those take time to make. You can't just make oh my god, the president's making an announcement, wait, quick, let's start making a website just in case it's something important. That website needed a little bit of time and effort in stuff. And how, are they collecting and gaining the data that they're showing on us? We don't know that for sure. I even pointed out before it was a pandemic, when people started panic shopping, how they were even using these memes and these pictures and stuff that's being showered around social media to put product placements in there, that they use it as an advertising ploy. I just sent an updated article about my work and made Google News as a co-worker has C19. It's in Tsp crew. Feel all right, I'll check that out. Pretty interesting. Yellowstone Spectro went offline minutes before the earthquake and is still down, working the front lines. I'm so bored. I'm watching grass grow. I also saw they reached tracking for the quarantine, went to the beach. Yeah, that was I've seen quite a lot of it. Oh, statistics shows how many people were using their phones at Florida. What this statistic shows just how much we're fucking surveilling you and know where you are and what you're up to, regardless of your desire to comply with it or not. We know, we're always watching. And, we made fun of fucking Phoebe's boyfriend with his "stay the fuck at home, kick your fucking kids in the throat," that guy. My brother-in-law, the Navy, 2 coronaviruses, and one of them is his shit. Is his chef. No sun simulator again today. No, there's no sun outside. I've noticed a pattern of stay at home and get it in a box, grandma on Portal, building up for at least a solid year. Indeed, and this is where we're seeing, what I'm seeing, like, stay at home, order online. Pizza Hut, I've got something like, stay safe, order online, stay safe, order online. And this is what I'm talking about, the singular corporation that's going to provide Amazon, guys. They take over fucking everything. And they're, Uber, they're going to probably be a part or a division or the same conglomerate as Amazon. And those are Uber Eats, Skip the Dishes, Food, or all these people. They're all going to be part of one big corporation that provide us with everything that we have to order online with our chip. They're trying to remove cash. They're trying to remove our freedom to choose what we do with our rewards for the labor we sell. And I find it so funny when you do that voice. What voice are we talking about, ladies? Chief. Okay, the chief has it. 5G is probably more just to track and survey us. So it's just lucky we put this 5G in. We're implementing it, but now it's really going to help us combat coronavirus. And I seen something as well. I can't remember what it was. I think it was might have even been something for rations, but I followed it as an online sale, and I went down and they had an announcement before you even went in. Due to the fact of the coronavirus and to help combat it, we're going to be raising the prices of delivery by $2.64. Like, how does that combat? Like, seriously, like, the viruses be quick, look, there's some mail over there, the little pathogens in the air, they're kind of grouping around. And wait, no, look, this one's got it. No, they've paid extra mail, $2.64 on this. We can't, we're immune. That's made it immune. But this one, they didn't pay $2.64 extra. We can go and infect that parcel. How does it? People are profiting on this. People, it was all there, ready to go, and all these big corporations, Coca-Cola, Disney, in all, I saw the other day, top celebrities are going makeupless for this pandemic, and then we're seeing these other fucking Hollywood shills. Oh, they're just staying at home making songs and singing for people. Of course they are. It's a comment named Atlas C19. Well, do you remember when I've been telling you, Maiden, that there's a possibility that this is all just one big cover-up to avoid the detection and alarm at the coming comment C19 COVID-19. Maybe this has got nothing to do, and I've told you before, I don't think it's got anything to do with a virus. Elizabeth Berkley, I think I've seen something about that, or not Elizabeth Berkley, but like these kind of Hollywood or celebrity types and their little Instagram or Reddit or TikToking things. Tomorrow is the deadline to complete the census in the United States. And again, the N95 face mask. Nobody knew what an N95 face mask was, but now we need more N95s. And you see people, oh yeah, well, I've got an N95, but I don't really know if I should use it yet. Brainwashing you, programming you to need and want things that you don't really need or want. It's the Emperor's New Clothes, guys. The Emperor's New Clothes. Hello, I'm on Instagram. The census is garbage. Maybe, if you have to fill in the census, ask for truth. Just fill like every question. I want the truth. I want the truth. I want the truth. I want the truth. But it's difficult. I still didn't. No one cared before I put the mask on. Hail Caesar. Yeah. Maybe there's a pregnant woman on a donkey heading to Washington to fill it in. I don't know. I don't think so. No sun simulator. I'm still trying to figure out what voice we were talking about. Heidi. 16 people now. 16. I don't know why I'm playing with nail clippers. I was kind of like fiddle or play around with something. Maybe I need a fidget spinner. Bane. I don't think I saw that was the third one that Baden was in of the Dark Knight trilogy. Penny Boyfriend. Who's Penny Boyfriend? I don't know what Penny Boyfriend is. Hail Caesar. Anyway, guys, kind of lost my train of thought. Then I have a brain fart. I think I were... Phoebe's boyfriend, that guy, the fucking Hollywood psyops, and these people that are kind of brainwashing you into believing it, keep the narrative going. The lie, the bigger the lie, the more it's repeated, the more people will believe it to be true. That was what Goebbels, Hitler's right-hand man, said. I've heard of $10 handies, but not a penny boyfriend. The voice you do. I do lots of voices, Heidi. That's the thing. I've kind of been, sorry, wrong name. Penny Boyfriend. What fucking part of stay at home? Don't you understand? That voice. Stay at home. The government told us to. They've lied about everything up until now, but they're telling the truth. They're not lying about COVID. They lied maybe about 9/11, JFK, Oklahoma City, the Boston bombing, the Bay of Tonga in Vietnam. They lied about Pearl Harbor, but now all of a sudden the government are telling us the truth. We need to listen to them. So what don't you fucking understand about stay at home? That's what they're telling us to do. He does lots of voices. That's it. Oh, yeah, Phoebe's boyfriend, yo, I'm fucking tough guy, yo, from New York. I'm fucking here as part of the Hollywood shill-up to enforce that you stay at the fuck at home. I'm gonna fucking say fuck because I was tough guy, Phoebe's boyfriend and Friends for 3 episodes in season 8. I shot a bird, never saw me again, but I'm a tough guy now, telling you to stay the fuck at home. Don't listen to me, stay the fuck at home again in a New York accent. Phoebe's boyfriend told you to stay the fuck at home, yo. Don't buy into that. Anyway, Yeah, let's not forget Waco and Ruby Ridge. Lied about all of that, but they're telling the truth about COVID. Ask yourself, people. Why would they all of a sudden want your best interest at heart and tell, oh yeah, we really needed to lie about 9/11 just to keep you safe. You couldn't handle the truth about JFK, but we're going to keep you in everything. You're in the light. You've got perfect transparency. Everything we're telling you about COVID is 100% true, guys. I know we've lied to you in the past. It's hard to trust us, but trust us now. We do got you. We got your best interest at heart. That's why we need a cashless society. This is why we need you to voluntarily give up your freedoms without us actually making any amendments to government, because that might cause a little bit of upset. But if you do it on your own voluntary purpose, then it's okay. It's okay. Plandemic, the scammed-demic. I was actually thinking about getting the video of Phoebe's boyfriend, but turning like the volume down and then voicing it over like my voice. Yo, hello, Phoebe's boyfriend here. Phoebe's boyfriend from season 7, 3 episodes, yo. Stay the fuck home, motherfucker, yo. I'm a fucking tough guy, yo, from fucking New York tough guys. Tell you to stay the fuck home, you fucking stay the fuck home. Especially when that tough guy from New York was Phoebe's boyfriend. Just fucking remember that, Phoebe's boyfriend. I was the guy before Neil Rudd, the Ant-Man dude. Yeah, I was her boyfriend before. Yeah, that's why you should fucking listen to me, motherfuckers. Stay the fuck at home. Phoebe's boyfriend told you. When COVID comes knocking, tell you Phoebe's boyfriend told you to stay the fuck home. COVID's gonna go elsewhere. It's not gonna fuck with you if you listen to Phoebe's boyfriend. 350. And this is something I've said about 5G in the past. Made in Montana, that everyone's, it's a weapon, it's going to microwave, they're going to turn it off and we're going to get fried. Maybe we will, but I highly doubt it. But could it be a power source to help power something like Project Bluebeam that would require a horrendous amount of power to pull off live holographic staged events? Said something as well, Chris, about if it is the pathogens have been genetically designed to target the elderly, then maybe having elderly shopping at your local Walmart might be just the equivalent of the Auschwitz death camp. Maybe not as fast acting, but they go in there, go and get some bologna, some cheese, a little bit of bread in some e-shore to make sure they get in their protein content, and while they're there, pick up the deadly virus that they can take home and then die off slowly and painfully in their own homes without anyone noticing. Oh yeah, the COVID, he was elderly, poor guy. But at least Walmart gave him the opportunity to open up for an hour early so he could get his groceries before he died. He was thankful for that. I don't even know who Die Antwood are, Christina P. So we'll have to take in that. It was the same date. It was a year or 2 years after, between Waco and Oklahoma. In Timothy McVeigh, again, Oklahoma City was the pilot run for 9/11. The false narrative, the perpetrator, the lone gunman, so to speak, the one Timothy McVeigh who built a bomb that kind of blew half the building up on one side of the street, made a fucking huge crater, but the other side of the street untouched, unscathed. And it's very interesting. Timothy McVeigh, I was actually kind of starting to compile a little bit of stuff, a little bit like I did my September Tuesdays video series about 9/11, where I brought you over 20 hours of content and footage and information about what possibly really went on that day. But I was going to do similar with the Oklahoma City, because Timothy McVeigh fits the profile of somebody who was sheep dipped and part of Operation PACCOM, which was something I believe it was either the FBI or the CIA were carrying out in the early 90s. And it was it Patriot Conspiracy? It was where they were trying to infiltrate militias, basically, to see what they were going on and see if there was any domestic terrorist threat going on within these militias. So basically, Timothy McVeigh, if you know much about him, before he decided to blow up the was it the FBI building in Oklahoma City, or the FBI were there, or the alcohol, there were a lot of government agencies within the was it the Murray building? But anyway, he was a military, and he was a very, 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 like, good military member. So good, in fact, he was cherry picked for special ops. And, you know, to be part of, like, Navy SEALs, secret sort of thing, you know, operations, black ops behind enemy lines. He was very, very, very physically fit, very, very disciplined, unbelievable soldier kind of thing, intel, recon, all that kind of shit. And he was even alleged that he was approached by government agencies to be a double agent, so to speak. And it was around this time that apparently Timothy McVeigh decided, you know what, fuck this shit. I've done all, and, you know, spent a lot of my life getting to be the point of excellence within my profession in the military, but I'm just going to give up now and go home, give it all up. And he was actually at Ruby Ridge. Timothy McVeigh turned up to Ruby Ridge, and he was also at Waco, and he was also at Oklahoma City. And there are reasons to believe that he was a double agent that went through the sheep dip process. He went through everything that made it look as though he left the army, become disgruntled with what the army was a little bit anti-government. This was his cover, and he infiltrated the you know, militias and stuff this way. But there is lots and lots and lots and lots of information leading to, it wasn't the fact that Timothy McVeigh acted alone. It wasn't even, just like there were no planes on 9/11, in my opinion, there was no Ryder truck, or certainly not the explosives within the Ryder truck that could have caused the damage in infrastructure to be compromised so much that it literally obliterated a huge chunk of that building, but the other side of the street wasn't touched at all. And, you know, if you kind of put the van in the middle there, and there's the building here and the building there, and boom, this big ball this side, but nothing there. And it looks as though the explosions come within and below. OKC, so Oklahoma City was a PSYOP. It was a false flag. It was a government black operation, but it was also a little bit of the dummy run leading us towards 9/11. We all know Fort Knox is empty, but let's fill it with TP. So I don't know, guys, if that was any interesting at all for you. The Unabomber is somebody who I find extremely fascinating, Chris. I actually started reading his manifesto. My goodness, what a very enlightened individual he was. But the Unabomber, he's a little bit, you know, kind of, people look to Che Guevara is some kind of iconic cult hero, even though he was a terrorist assassin. For hire. It's okay to like him. It's pretty cool if you've got him on a t-shirt, but for me, the Unabomber is a little bit like Che, that revolutionary kind of thing. Thank you, baby P. You're not going to start banging the kitchen table again, are you, baby girl? Okay, cooking lurking now. So she's no longer hot, wet, and naked. Maida Montana's in the kitchen, or maybe she's naked in just an apron, and her kids are asleep, and cooking up a little something special for Chris. Possibly. Thank you for the insight, for sure. Well, you're very polite, Random Sandy. It's the PC term in Black Ops sets a negative turn. Yeah, we live in that kind of PC time. But yeah, that's the Oklahoma City, all these events, they were all kind of somehow, some way, the government was involved, knew about it, planned it, let it happen, and then lied about what happened and who did it after the fact. Now all of a sudden, oh, it's China. What the fuck don't you know about stay at home? China did this to you people. We're just trying to keep you safe by removing your freedoms and rights and making you line up at the grocery stores and making you rat up your friends. That's just to keep you safe. It's China's fault. And the pathogens, they made them. Wuhan, it was a bat. It was the bat's fault. If you didn't eat the stupid bat, it would never have happened. China, not us. It's real. It really is. Tom Hanks has it. Must be real. He wouldn't lie. He's an actor. He wouldn't lie. It's a China virus. Lying is what they do best, exactly. And we're supposed to believe that all of a sudden they're not lying and they're keeping our best interests at heart and they're doing everything in their possible capabilities to make us and keep us safe from this phantom, invisible menace. And, you know, coronavirus is the common cold. So there's a very good chance everybody would have a form of coronavirus in around this time of year. Sometimes when winter and spring combine, all sort of they're battling it out. Got some, you know, pollens and stuff are starting to spring to life. You get the sniffles, you might cough, you might sneeze. These are natural defense, bodily response. You know, why we cough and sneeze is to remove things from our body that the body doesn't want in there. It's a natural body defense fluid, but now people are making it a criminal offense to do so. Hey, Born Eraser, glad to see you. Not been around for a while, so we're up and down with the amount of people that are watching. So I don't know if it's because very people are like, oh my god, when's this guy going back to work already? I'm fucking sick of this. I have to fucking tune in each and every night, pretend I'm interested in what he's got to say. No joke. I heard him say a dude bumped fuzzes with animals like a gangbang with an ante and a bat. Yeah, I kind of heard dumb shit like that as well. Maryland, Tom Hanks is a plant in the audience. Of course he is. Of course he is a plant in the audience. There you go. So, and then he gets the virus just before the reprogramming narrative. Exactly. And fiction programs us for the reality. Who's GTSY? Jitsi. Am I missing somebody or something? Jitsi? GTSY? There's that guy that claims to be the father of the animal whisperer. I don't know who that is. MMR. Oh, good to see you as GT. I thought there was like somebody in the audience called Gutsy. I was like, who the fuck's Gutsy? I never remember any Gutsy before. So yeah, good to see you. Thank you, Jasper, for helping me. Took me a little while to realise what LOL is. Kumo son got COVID. Of course he did. It's not a lie if they believe it, Nancy. And the more and more it's repeated, the more it becomes the truth. A lie repeated enough will become the truth. Question everything except nothing, folks. They're not being honest. It's not adding up. How many minutes? 48 minutes, guys. So what say we keep this short and sweet at the hour tonight? I'm not really firing on all cylinders right now. I kind of stumbled a little bit, you know, kind of a car on a cold day. It kind of it's going, it's sort of heading in a direction, but it's kind of not so smooth sailing. We'll just see if we can test the simulation by saying that. So we will probably wrap this up around about the hour mark. We do know that is usually the drill for all the Porsche or the indication that we're going to be going on for another 6 hours because they start rolling in one by one. Did he get it from a glory hole? Who? Tom Hanks? Possibly. You know, and where did the Queen get it? Where did the Queen get COVID from? Oh, I'm the Queen of England. I've got COVID. It's okay. I'm going to crush up 16 infants into a smoothie of blood and bone and drink it. I believe I can fly. I don't believe I can fly at all. But maybe he got a dumpster tuggy from Sings, and that's how he got it. How's everyone's energy? It's not been good, Kenley. I'm not going to lie, my darling. Last couple of days, it really kind of has been a little bit of an effort and a struggle to really want to get out of bed or do anything other than stay in bed. And even kind of when I have got up, and it's just been a little bit of a, what shall I do? What do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. And before I know it, half the day's gone. Kenlis is in the toilet. Oh, the energy level. Oh, poor baby P. I recently I didn't send it. Okay. I've got it, Sandy. I've got it. It just come through. And have a little look. Oh, we've got a little picture going on there. Okie dokie. So we'll get you a prepper baby out to you at some point, although I don't know exactly when. It might be a while. I bought some ruffles this evening from the convenience store, and they are so salty. I'm having a hard to, but I'm trying to hang in there. I mean, a little bit of why this kind of I come and do these videos or go live every day is just to kind of give me something to do. I have to sort of work around. It gives me a little bit of a social, I know, but they are really like salty. It's just almost like eating a bag of salt as opposed to things. But just having sort of a little something to or a purpose each and every day does kind of help. Otherwise, it would be easy to just vegetate around and stay in bed, and it doesn't really help when it's grey and miserable outside. I'm typically high energy. I've been sorry, I'm kind of burping. Yeah, for a while, I mean, I've been feeling very exhausted from possibly work and fatigue, not seeing enough sunshine, being a little bit kind of semi-nocturnal due to my job. Sorry, I lost my thing. Train of thought again. So yeah, it's yellow everyone. It's Trip. See, there's one of them. I swear Trip's a gusset girl. Yeah, hold on, Nancy. Don't you worry. So yeah, I think it is very, very hard, and also worry and anxiety, and this is what the mind control is all about, and this is why it's being pumped into you at every possible given opportunity. Stay at home, order pizza. Stay at home, don't go out. What the fuck don't you understand about stay at home? Stay at home, people. All that kind of stuff. This is just adding to that anxiety and the mindset, and it's zapping. And sooner or later, if you deal with or if you have mental health issues and you kind of struggle with sort of depression, anxiety, PTSD, stuff like that, then sometimes the mental anguish will turn into physical kind of, it makes you almost feel sick. You ache, you don't have any energy, you just want to sleep. And possibly that's what's kind of going over for a lot of people now. Becky, I'm cranky as hell, and I'm trying to decide if I want to self-isolate or put myself in time out. I keep having deja vu. What about Christina P? DMP, there's Modern Comfort there, Bible thumping. As long as I can walk between quiets, I make out okay. Yeah, that was why I sort of went and had a little walk around the block today, just to get Yeah, I did last week, Chris. I forgot what I thought. I didn't even realize, for I think 2 or 3 days, I just didn't even stop to think what day it was. And again, when I kind of do, this is a little bit of the imprisonment kind of thing, that days just kind of lose meaning. And when you kind of don't have that routine, I mean, it's good in some respects because we can deprogram. We can reprogram from the rat race in the cage, the hidden cage of having to go up and go to work for a designated amount of time. Um, and that's why, I'm trying to say, use this time to be positive. Watch your favorite movies, listen to your favorite records. Try and spend some time, a little bit more quality time together as a family. Try and have meals together. Try and get the family to help out with the preparation of that meal. A meal made together is a loving meal, and then you kind of it's just, kind of bring some of those family values back at home when you have the time and opportunity to do it. Not everybody is always in the same house at the same time. Parents with different jobs may not always, one comes home, one leaves. You know what I'm saying? The dreams I had a year ago are happening now. Like, I had a dream of moving somewhere with old historic sites. I'm giving the virus zero energy. I'm not letting the supposed quarantine control me. However, when I'm out in the public, many have that lost deer in the headlight looks. Yeah, I know what you mean, Kenny. And I think this is part and parcel of the mind control. They're probably plugged into the mainstream, plugged into their news feeds, believing the memes, getting, yeah, I understand what the fuck stay at home means. That's what I'm doing. I'm only out for an essential thing. It's the only time I've been out today. But it kind of, the deer in the headlights is perfect. And something, let me try and explain it a little bit. I don't know if this will make sense. Something I used to notice that like, there's an energy if you live in a big city, perhaps, and you have to commute through rush hour times. And once upon a time, I used to work in a restaurant which was primarily lunchtime trade, so I worked from 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. Loved it. Very Monday to Friday as well, because it was a restaurant within an office block. But anyway, when you kind of got up in the morning and you were sort of, it's a little bit like the collective conscious, I suppose, but when you were sort of waiting on the subway platform and it's packed, you're in that with everyone's kind of having the same exact thought. Oh my God, I've got to go. Their work may be different, but they're all on their way to work. So they're all very much in my same mindset. Most people, oh my God, I wish I was still in bed. I can't wait to get home. Yada yada, whoop-de-woo, those kind of morning thoughts that we all have when we have to get up and go somewhere when we'd rather still be tucked up warm in bed. But then at the end of the day, when you kind of get on the same subway and you go home, there's this different sense and a different atmosphere in the air because people have done their working day and you're on the way home. But since I switched my shift, there was times, and for most part, I start my job when most people finish their job. And when I'm on my way to work, they're usually on their way home from work, and I feel so out of place on the buses and subways because most people are getting ready to unwind for the day and they're relaxed, and that's the energy that they're putting out. But I'm not, and you kind of feel a little bit out of place and like a thumb, a sore, standing out like a sore thumb. So I think again that might be something that is going on now because everybody, or the majority of people, are being programmed by the same source with the same thoughts, with the same fears. So they're all thinking the same things, they're having the same thought patterns, may not identical, but the same thoughts are going through their individual train of thoughts, if you feel what I'm saying, and they will create the similar outcome and the similar fears and similar anxieties to the ones that everybody is. So it kind of creates a collective conscious, if you feel what I'm saying. Is this making any sense, or are you just all right? Kenley, good analogy, thank you. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say now, that everybody has kind of been programmed into a very, very similar mindset. You cannot escape COVID one way or another, no matter how you want to step and detach from it or how much you want to absorb yourself in it. Somehow we're all effective if none of us are infected. Christina thinks it makes sense. Patterns, Heidi, yes. It can be scary. Just pray and ask for it to get easier and ask for enough strength and courage. Thought. Patter's a great band name. Thought. What does thought mean? Is that whore over there or something? Most times my dreams reoccur, and the only way to make it stop, I paint it. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Sometimes I think I'm just rambling nonsensically, and you're just like sitting there nodding politely until it ends. But that hoe over there, yeah, that hoe over there. Thoughts. What kind of is a thought exactly? Like, what's the difference between a thought and a MILF and a cougar? Like, could there be a thought? You know, look at that cougar. She's a bit of a thought. Does that work? I mean, it's even kind of, it's weird because people use it like, you know, check out that thought, but it's like that would be check out that hoe over there. Christina, whoa. Oh, you're talking about the painting, Chris, right? Okay. I always liked the name Lego Dyke for a band. Lego Dyke. I don't know why it just sounds funny to me. Lego Dyke. Thoughts are used on YouTube to describe boob tubers or cleavage screamers. Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't lie, I have kind of used cleavage in a couple of videos courtesy of the girls at work, as a little bit of visuals for some of my maybe you enjoyed their cleavage, Maryland. Look at that, we've gone to the hour mark. And there are a lot of YouTubers as well, I'm sure, that are in on this, telling you stay at home. Like, what's that? I don't even know what that guy is. Jeffree Star. Do you know who that guy is? He's the most popular YouTuber there is, I think. Jeffree Star. What's that other fucking tool? He's the one that's kind of saturated and taken over conspiracies. Sean Dawson. Or is it Shane? Shane Dawson, not Sean. Shane. I once dreamt about an orchid of tornadoes about 8 months ago. When I painted 7 tornadoes in a month or so after 7 states were hit by tornadoes. PewDiePie, yeah, he's another fucking tool. I wonder if, let's go and see, because you know when you go to YouTube, I can't read your comments now. Christina, idea, I've done a couple of drawings of dreams, but I don't remember them most of the time. Okay, so when you go, it's changed, like you got the little explore, so you go to the explore section there, and you got trending, music, gaming, and look, oh, this fucking ass wipe, look at him, that's a boy, believe it or not, in doing Anderson Ray's makeup, 1.8 million views. Danny Gonzalez. This is Amanda's channel now. Amanda takes Drew's place. Okay, fine. Update on COVID from your Alberta. But let's look who's trending. And there he is. He's trending. That's the #1 trending video right now. James Charles doing somebody's makeup. Oh my God, look at him. He's revolting. What'd you say? Oh, what's it? The Try Guys. The Try Guys. Those faggots. Clubhouse tour. Daisy Keach. So there's almost nothing really in the trending. True Facts. The Wacky Giraffe. Like nothing really about the COVID. Who's the strongest phase member? Jarvis. Look at him. Go pounds. Oh, 60 pounds, 35 pounds. And look at them making their faces. Look at me. I'm lifting a weight. Yes, look at me. That's the face I make when I do a poo after eating 3 vegan burgers. But this Super Troops are here. Clash of is that an advertisement? But oh my God, look at this. Best back workouts at home. Stay the fuck home. Look at me. I listen to Phoebe's girlfriend. I'm staying the fuck at home. I don't want to get drop kicked. Look at me with my baby Yoda. Yeah, fucking tools. But these are the guys. This is what's trending, right? But there's nothing there really that's telling you all about Hardly anything telling you about the virus. None of it is trending. I'm like, oh yes, look at me. I'm in black and white with a turban. Thank you, come again. Right, I don't know what I'm even doing. Oh, look, there's something there. There's a outbreak. Ontario schools will remain closed. Pro chefs make their best coffee in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm the dude with the black and white hat and the hoodie. I'm gonna point and be edgy. Yes, I'm the guy that wears a tie and is a little bit effeminate, not very masculine. Hi, I'm the person you don't know what nation I am, so you can't really be racially derogatory towards me. Alrighty, so as I said, I lost the fucking entire plot of what I was doing there. I was trying to find something in the trending to see if they were talking about staying the fuck at home. Shit, now I want coffee. I don't do hypnosis. Clans, racist, yo. Though no children of the corn, I've never seen that the way, so I actually don't know. He's a TG Barbie boy. Who is PewDiePie? Into my pocket you go. Is there anywhere more comforting than Baby P's pocket, I wonder? Imagine it'd be a wonderful, wonderful place. Maybe like Doctor Who's TARDIS, that once you go in there, it takes you to like other realms and dimensions, like Narnia, but bigger. James Charles is a bigger vagina than most girls. He really, really, really is. Part of your rainbow unicorn mind control. Okie doke. No coffee. No coffee for you at this time of night, Nancy. That's a shame. I might make cocoa or tea. I'm not sure what I'm going to watch tonight. I'm going to find myself a little bit of entertainment. I like to kind of have a couple of hours where I put the phone down, don't look at YouTube. Hey, Judy Bell, feeling better? We were just saying that you went a little bit under the weather earlier, and you might not make an entrance, but here she is. Give it up, everybody. The one, the only, the Judy Bell Goo Girl. Round of applause, please, people. Anyway, sorry, Judy, can I ask you, what the fuck don't you understand about stay at home? You went to Walmart, you didn't social distance, I'm gonna have to rat you out. Phoebe's boyfriend told me to. I should fucking drop kick you in the motherfucking throat, gonna fucking Walmart. What the fuck don't you understand about stay the fuck home? I'm lying, Judy. You go out to Walmart. How was it? Was it busy? Was it full? Were they restocked? Were they making you line up outside? Anything like that? Were FEMA in the car lot and waiting to set up their testing? Oh, Judy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy. I can't wait for tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow, Christina P? Should I make the video about Phoebe's boyfriend? I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. It might be one of those things that just come back to bite me in the ass. Stay the fuck home, Judy. What the fucking part of stay the fuck home? Don't you understand? Just stay at home and order vegan food from Foodora. Don't you understand? That's what everyone else does. That's what sane people do. Stay the fuck home. What the fuck don't you understand? Accept your mind control. Accept it, Judy. Don't go to fucking Walmart. Stay the fuck at home. Phoebe's boyfriend drop kick you. Sorry, I was stocked and very few people out. So that's good to see that Walmart was stocked. They didn't make you wait outside or anything like that. Monday, how many helicopters the roof will hold? I think 3, Trip. 3. Maybe they got your phone. They've tracked your phone. Judy Bell was at Walmart. She didn't understand. Stay the fuck at home. What part of it didn't she understand? I don't know. But she just didn't stay at home. She went to Walmart. We tracked it with her phone. Let's put the data on an app. Dinner bell. Okay, guys, you go enjoy your dinner. Thank you, Maida Montana. Chris, you do that really good. Thank you, Judy Bell. It's become my thing, my little like stay the fuck at home people, you know, or the people that use the phrase, what part of stay the fuck at home, don't you understand? They're like my vegan salad eaters of the pandemic. All right, they're the people that I kind of vent my frustrations and anger towards. I believe that they are the problem, the ones that are just going along undyingly, like, you know, not asking any questions, just accepting it. You know, just do what they say, just do what they say. Let's not have any you know, public gatherings. Let's just self-isolate. Let's stay at home, order everything online, make sure they offer contactless delivery. Let's buy our N95 masks. We'll wear them all the time. And no, you can't wear the N93. That won't work. It has to be an N95. That's the only one they talk about. No, I know. I didn't know about the N95 a week ago, but now I can't live without one. They told me on Facebook. I saw it on a meme. They told me about N95s. There's not enough of them, but now I've got one. I feel safe. Task Force did say remote surveillance was on the table. It isn't on the table. It's already been done. They're already doing it. That's why they managed to track all the phones that were being used in fucking spring break by the Floridian teens that are going to get drop kicked by Phoebe's boyfriend. But as I said, these are the people for me that are the real problem, that are just like going along with it and not questioning it, and are contributing to the fear and the anger. Like, you know, I kind of want to go around to their house and knock on the door and say, could you explain the fuck staying at home to me? I didn't understand it. I'm here for you to explain that to me right now. Especially Phoebe's boyfriend. I'd like to have Phoebe's boyfriend come and personally explain stay the fuck at home to me so I could fully understand. Not sure he would understand once I bit his nose off. And noses do come off very, very easy. Think about it, guys. If you can bite through a piece of KFC, you can pretty much bite through a nose or a cheek. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Don't ask how I know, but it's easier than you think. But I'm pretty sure Phoebe's boyfriend, once he lost his nose, he wouldn't want to be drop kicking people in the throat for going out and enjoying their civil freedoms while he still can. That would, because I don't, you know, I'm not somebody who just plays a tough guy on TV, and we all kind of know that actors and people who go into acting aren't really tough. That's why they go into acting and not drug dealing or boxing or pro wrestling. They go into acting because they're a little bit silky. You know what I mean? Probably danced, maybe wore tights, did a little bit of ballet, tap dance, maybe jazz hands a little bit at home when no one's looking. But Phoebe's boyfriend, yeah, he is like the thing that's angered me probably most of all out of all of the pandemic vibe. Yo, they asked me to do this PBS thing, but fuck that, I'm not doing it. I'm Phoebe's motherfucking boyfriend, yo. Phoebe's fucking boyfriend don't do shit like that. He says motherfucking, he speaks in a New York accent. He's a tough fucking guy. That's what Phoebe's boyfriend does. Doesn't fucking pay attention to the fucking requests. He fucking says motherfucking drop kick your kids in the fucking throat. Phoebe's boyfriend, yo. Sorry. Pandemic Roadhouse. Yeah, pandemic this bitch. Anyway. Guys, I was in dancing also. I can imagine you were. I'm still waiting for the day you told us you used to be part of the Manson family. You just didn't go to Sharon Tate's house that night. It was Sharon Tate, wasn't it? Am I getting my victims confused? Okay, I literally just laughed out very last at the jazz hand comment. Yeah, you can see, yo, Phoebe's boyfriend jazz handing when you're not looking, but when I'm on camera, I'm a fucking tough guy, motherfucker from New York. Phoebe's boyfriend don't jazz hands when he's fucking COVID. That shit's serious, yo. No time for jazz hands when there's COVID. You gotta drop kick your motherfucking kids in the throat. That's what I do. Do you know what we all should do, guys? There's like at least 13 of us. If we phoned up CPS and said, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this guy. Phoebe, yeah, he used to be Phoebe's boyfriend on Friends, but he was talking about drop kicking his kids in the throat and dragging them by the neck. A little bit concerned for their safety. Maybe someone would go around in a have a word with him, say, hey, we've had reports, Phoebe's boyfriend, that you've been threatening to drop kick your motherfucking kids in the throat. Is this true? No, I'm not, I only said that on the camera. I'm not really tough. I'm not even from New York. I'm not from New York. I'm from Connecticut. Not even a big city, just a small town in Connecticut. My dad, he got arrested up, federal amount of methamphetamine, and to get out of doing time, he handed me over. I've been working at Planet Pizza. Yeah, I'm on the menu. I'm part of the Pizzagate menu. I go and suck Tom Hanks's balls every Tuesday. I'm not really a tough guy from New York. I'm from Connecticut. I've been butt fucked by every director in Hollywood. They just ask me to act tough. I don't even have kids. I'd never drop kick one. I know. Being Phoebe's boyfriend on Friends was everything to me, and they only let me be in 4 episodes. I wasn't very popular, but now I'm here to tell people because they asked me to do it. They said, please, can you make a video to tell people to stay at home, pretend to be a tough guy from New York, say fuck a lot. That will really get into people's heads. I think you're really cool if they do that. I didn't mean it, CPS. Sorry guys. It was Sharon Tate, right. I bet they had TP. So Christina's laughing her motherfucking ass. Laugh your motherfucking ass off, Christina P, from fucking me, Phoebe's boyfriend. If you're not laughing your motherfucking ass off, I'm gonna motherfucking drop kick you in the motherfucking throat. This is golden. I'm glad you're enjoying it, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There are a lot of crying emojis, so that's always good. I always get a little bit of like I've accomplished something if I get some funny things. Motherfucker, yo, motherfucker, I'll drop your motherfucking kids in the motherfucking throat. Phoebe's boyfriend told you, yo. I don't even know his name. What is his name? Does anybody actually know what Phoebe's boyfriend's name is? But I probably should do a roast. Maybe I should roast him on Shit Video Productions. Like, find out his sort of movies he's been in and just like rip him to shreds in every single one. Thank you for the grand entertainment. It feels good to laugh. I think that's something we do try to do every now and then, is make you laugh. In most shows, I like to send you guys away with a smile and a crying emoji in the chat. Just because we need it, right? We need the distraction. We need to laugh, or we would cry. And that's the worst thing about getting butt fucked by your fucking government and being lied to. They think we're bitches, and it doesn't matter what we do. We can't not be the bitch. So you can either like spit and rub your own asshole up to get fucked in the ass by the government, or you can maybe like fight and wriggle so they can't quite get in as easily as they would like to. I'm mostly like, I hope so. I'm gonna Google Phoebe's boyfriend. Hold on. How do you spell Phoebe? P-H-O-B-E-E. Phoebe's boyfriend. Phoebe boyfriend cop. There it is. That's the guy. Yeah, look at me. Phoebe's boyfriend. Motherfucker. Drop your motherfucking kids in the thing. What was his name? Gary. He's Phoebe. Let's read about Gary on Wikipedia. No, this is fandom. So he was Gary, right? Gary in Friends. How many episodes? The first 4. I just guessed. I said 3 episodes, but he was in 4 episodes of Friends. The first one was the one with the cop. The last one was the one with Bale. This article is about Phoebe's cop boyfriend for the other characters named Gary. See Gary. Phoebe is okay that you feel this way. I mean, it is soon, and there's a lot of things we don't know about each other. I just figured out everything, and I'm really like you, and the things I don't know, I get to learn about it at a place with both our names on the mailbox. Well, that's things he said. Michael Rappaport, when he meets Gary, she's running around with a police badge that she has found. All right, so that's all about him. Do you want to see him shoot the bird? Yo, look at me. I'm Phoebe's boyfriend. I'm going to shoot the bird. Look at me, Phoebe's boyfriend. In 20 years' time, Phoebe, I'm going to be doing a PSA, public safety announcement for the COVID, telling people to drop kick their motherfucking kids in the throat. But now I'm your boyfriend. This is the highlight of my career, Phoebe. Look out the window, Phoebe. It's never going to be as good as this. When I'm doing that PCSE in 20 years, this is the moment of my life when I shot the bird. You're not my girlfriend anymore, Phoebe. That's when my life fell to pieces. Okay, I don't know why. I hate Phoebe's boyfriend. Find him. Should we find him on Twitter or Facebook and start trolling him? Where does he live? Does it say where he lives? Like, is he in New York? Let's see what else he's been in. Phoebe's boyfriend. A true New Yorker. And though Michael Rappaport was born in Manhattan to June Brody, hang on, though, there's a though. And though he was born in Manhattan, a radio personality, a radio program manager, he is of Polish, Jewish, and Russian descent. He moved to LA to stand-up comedy through graduation. He toiled only briefly in LA. Within a short amount of time, Michael sucked enough cock to get onto the comedy stage, where sucking more cock got him a guest spot on a TV series. Then he butted up his butt and got some cock in the ass before he was in his real first movie. He sucked a whole bunch more cock to get into Woody Allen's movie, The Mighty Aphrodite. But his highlight of his career come when he was Gary, Phoebe's boyfriend in Friends. Okay, guys, sorry. Lost the plot a little bit there at the end. My apologies. There's only 9 of you watching, so let's wrap it up, guys. I saw him. He was the shooter in A Higher Learning. He plays a goofy, feeding my dogs right, and I'm hoping Sophie lays down and eats again. That's Remy from Higher Learning. Phoebe. He's a comedian. This ain't that kind of party. Alright, guys, so hour 22, that's good enough for me. Let's not worry too much about keeping it at the round numbers and stuff like that. So start saying your good nights, people. For those of you who joined us, thank you very much. We had a little bit of fun, I think, tonight. I'm not sure if you learned or there was anything informative to take away from this evening, but anyway, we did laugh at the end, and Kenley did laugh out loud. So Kenley, we didn't get a Darcy or an Elmel, but we did get a Kenley spitting out her coffee, I think. Did you spit out coffee, or I'm imagining that? So Christina, thank you, darling, for popping by. Good night to you. Good night, Heidi. Glad you were here. Yo, Phoebe, I'm gonna kick you in the motherfucking throat if you don't fucking stay the fuck home. Listen to me, I'm your boyfriend. Thank you, brother, and for the chat and entertainment. High five back to you, Maryland. Thanks for joining us. No, thank you, Judy Bow. Fucking part of stay at home, don't you understand? done, Judy, just for fucking part of stay home. Don't you understand? The virus. There's people like you that can spread it. If you eat a bat, then you're really gonna be irresponsible. Stay the fuck home, Judy. Just understand that part of stay the fuck home. Understand it for humanity's sake. Anyway, love and hugs to you. Good night, Jasper. Hand sanitize. Alias. Lots and lots of thumbs up emojis. Okay there, Shaw, you get some Cajun. You want me to speak like Cajun, you Nancy Fangar? Well, you can just jolly well, sirree, go and take a run and hike off a short pier, because there ain't no way no self-respecting Cajun speaks Cajun on demand. No, sirree. Alrighty. That's hopefully given you your little fix. If Kali Kibo was here, we could be speaking in our Indian voice, but she is not here, so we will not speak in our Indian voice. Thank you, Kenley. I'll be there for you. I know it hasn't been your week, your day, your month, or even your year. If your love life's stuck in second gear, then go and get a boyfriend who's a cop, and a tough cop from New York that shoots birds and drop kids in the throat. That's only if your love life's got away. It feels like your love life's in second gear. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for all emojis, hugs and stuff back at you. Let's have a big group hug, everybody. Let's try and concentrate our positive energies into everyone. And we do the little thrifty thing, whoever it is out there who is looking out and watching over each and every one. Please keep them safe and out of trouble, especially Nancy. She needs probably a little bit more protection than most. Make sure they don't contract the phantom novid virus. Take care of their families, friends, pets, and other loved ones, and keep everybody safe from harm. Amen to whoever it is that is listening and pulling the strings up there. Take care, everybody, and bless you all. Stay out of trouble. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. It is a shit video production. It is Tsp TV. Good night, one and all. Till then, keep it 50.